coaching staff clearly has trust in you and confidence in you, and said that you deserve another shot at this. It has to be self-gratifying.
Oh yeah, it feels good. It feels good that all the preparation, hard work has really paid off, and I'm glad that the coaching staff has some faith in me and some trust in me, and I know the team does as well.
Is it awkward a little bit with just the situation where Terrelle wants to start? Or are you guys good? Or
we have a healthy relationship. I don't think it really matters who starts. Guys are going to help out with, and Tyler as well helps out. We all kind of help each other on a daily basis, and at the end of the day, it's the most important thing is getting a win.
Does this feel different? Last week you started because Terrelle's injured. This week you're starting because of the way you played. Is it any different feel for you?
No, there's no different approach or anything like that. It's business as usual. Thought we had a great practice out there today, and we'll see what happens in our meetings this afternoon, and we'll go from there.
Did you surprise yourself at all on how well you played last week?
Did I surprise myself?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you always.
No picks, no.
You always surprise yourself at times. Each and every day you do something a little different that you didn't expect to do. So that's good to see. It shows that you're changing. Maybe you're getting a little better. The work you're putting in is paying off. So I was happy to see that.
What are things that you want to do in this game that you could build off of last game?
Maybe do some things differently. The decision making. I know we can be better on third down. That's kind of something we want to focus on this week. So.
Is it nice to be in a spot where everybody earns their playing time and things like that? That you were able to kind of fight your way up, despite the fact unheralded this and that, but that you were able, that if you play well, you were going to play.
It's a performance-based business, right. And at the end of the day, you got to perform to play. And we did play well last week, so I think coach is doing the right thing, sticking with what we had, and see what happens.
Mike Munchak was talking today in the conference call about Scranton and the way that Scranton embraces their own. And I was just curious as to what feedback you've got from the hometown just from the last couple of days.
The support's great. Obviously back home in Scranton with Coach Munchak being the head guy there, and I was playing them this week. There's going to be a lot of eyes on the TV, a lot of calls and texts, and a lot of support back home. So I'm excited about it.
Last week you probably entered with a nothing to lose attitude. Maybe is this week a little bit more pressure though, because you could continue to start if you do play well?
I don't think so. You kind of want to be relaxed when you play. I think last week we were very prepared. We had a great week of practice, and we started off today. Unfortunately it was rainy out there, but I think we still got a lot of work done. And like I said, I don't feel any added pressure or anything like that. It's just go out and play and see what happens.
You surprise yourself at all with the speed of your progress in here?
I'm surrounded by great coaches. I'm surrounded by very good players on this team, and when you're surrounded by that and by guys that work hard, it can't help but rub off on you. So I don't think I was too surprised at how we played last week.
Looking back at Sunday, is there anything that sticks with you in terms of being critical of yourself that you feel like you need to improve?
Yeah, I think we just have to finish better.
Okay.
That's all. Thought we came off to a good start. Obviously going up 14-0, and then they took the lead. But I think in the fourth quarter we have to do a better job.
There were a lot of drop passes there. Have you reached out to any of the receivers now that you're in that quarterback position to try to get an understanding and feel of just how your game is to just improve on that?
We're correcting those problems. And that's going to happen. Things like that will happen, but at the end of the day, that's why you practice. That's why you're able to communicate with guys, and we are fixing it. Yeah.
Has your communication increased now that you're starting quarterback? Have you?
Just
or do you guys
I don't think so. I talk all the time. Like I said, my locker's right next to rods
Okay.
and a lot of the wideouts. So we're constantly talking about the game. Talking about other things, having fun. So the communication has never been an issue.
You heard from a lot of people since Sunday. Friend.
The support has always been good, regardless if I was a starter or not. So, I did hear from a lot of people, but it was a lot of the same people, which is great to see, and how supportive they are, and I'm really fortunate to have those people in my life.
So you're obviously not superstitious. 3 touchdown passes in your first game with a beard, and then you shave it off.
I was just getting tired of it. Yeah, that's really it.
Some of the players actually, there were 4 drop passes probably that were on them, and they admit that. They said they were a little just surprised maybe with the zip on the ball.
That's the way I throw, and hopefully, they're used to it now, and and I know they're used to it, and but we'll see what happens. Those guys they'll make the right adjustments and they'll get the job done.
Played the #1 defense this last week. Now you go against Tennessee. What do you see on film from them?
I mean, it's a good team. You know, they lost a lot of close games that could have went either way, and you know, we're aware of that. You know, they have a very good secondary. You know, they're good up front. I mean, overall, it's a good defense, well-coached football team. So we have our hands full, and you know, but we're ready for the challenge.
When did you find out from Coach Allen that you were going to start this next game?
What's that?
Did you find out today you were going to start the next game? Or was it a few days ago?
You know, I mean, I went out there and took the first team reps today, so I kind of assumed it. But yeah, that's kind of how I found out, I guess.
How do you approach this? That you have the job the rest of the way as long as you're playing well, or is this a game-to-game thing? Do you have a good
I mean,
feel for it?
as long as I play well, I would hope that I would keep getting more and more opportunities to start. But the main thing being there is playing well, and we know what it takes. Last week, obviously, we did a great job. So hopefully we continue that.
Did you ever imagine entering the season? Coach always said that you're just another Camp Harmon. You surprised him, but that you would be the starter right now.
I mean, the kind of mindset that I've always taken, to practice or film or anything like that is I really never took a backseat to anybody. I didn't, put myself in the position that, hey, I'm buried behind all these guys. I really don't look at who's ahead of me on the depth chart, who's behind me on the depth chart. I figure it's just each is a better way to get better, improve as a leader, improve as a person. So I mean, now that I'm in the starting position, I mean the mindset still hasn't changed. I do know now that I have to work harder to keep this position. So, but I'm accepting that and I'm ready for it. I enjoy it.
Thanks, Matt.
Hey, thank you.
All right, guys.
What's DA's message been this week now that his team's in the playoff picture?
It's kind of, I mean, my mindset is, why don't you go out and win over, so take it one game at a time, one day at a time, one practice at a time, and go from there. We are aware, of where we stand, and, if that doesn't get you going and get you motivated every day, then, I don't know what will.